and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to this video that's going to be my Sephora VIB Sale recommendations for the VIB sale that starts tomorrow, the 5th of November at Sephora.com and also in store. I will let you know about my favorite products that I've been trying this year and also some like holy great things, just adding some recommendations for you to keep an eye open for during the sale. And if you haven't been there before, hello, my name is Angie. I'm such a lover of beauty makeup. I love everything beauty makeup related. So if you want to see some more beauty related content on your timeline, don't forget to subscribe because I upload 5 videos a week. Even though I don't live in the US, I actually live in Sweden, and the VIB sale in the US, of course, it doesn't apply to me. We still have sales here in Sweden, and also actually 50% of my audience is based out of the US. So I do get some questions if I can do some VIB sale recommendations, and it's also a video that's been quite popular on my channel. So I just see this as a favorites video. Things that I've been trying lately that I actually do recommend you to take a peek at during the sale. My channel isn't really about like, buy this and you need that, you cannot live without that. That's not how I view makeup, but I do want to like give you some recommendations, some favorites. We're gonna do some hair care. I actually have 3 hair care products. I know you asked me a lot about what I use for my hair, so I'm gonna show you 3 things that are actually available at Sephora. I have some perfume things, I have quite a few foundations, and then I have a couple bits and bobs, things that I've been trying lately. I will leave the video down below, my last one that I did. I think I've done this twice before. I'm pretty sure I've done it twice before. Whatever corresponding videos I will have, I will leave it down below because those recommendations, I still stand by those recommendations. I still recommend those things. So if you want to get even more recommendations, I would recommend you to check out those videos as well. I will leave them down below. And for that reason, I won't be, I think, recommending those things again in this video. We don't want to be talking about the same things again and again and again. So these are mostly going to be new things. I want to tell you about the sale though. The sale starts on the 5th, which is tomorrow, for Rouge members, and it is from the 5th to the 15th of November. And then at the 9th of November until the 15th is the VIB sale. So the Rouge gets 20% off and it starts early for them on the 5th. VIB gets 15% off and it starts on the 9th, and then Insiders you get 10% off and it starts on the 11th of November. The code is YAYHOLIDAY. I will leave all of that info down below if you haven't seen it. I will also leave my affiliate link to Sephora, and the links to all these products I'm talking about are also going to be affiliated, and if you do shop through my links, thank you so much for supporting my channel. It really does help out. So let's start with hair care. Let's start with hair care. This is something that I just recently have started using, but I've used quite a lot of it. I think it is a really, really good product. I am having this in my hair today. This is the Color Wow Dream Coat Supernatural Spray. This is the silvery one. I do know that they have one for curly hair as well. I don't have curly hair. This is just me using a curling iron. I have extremely straight hair. I spray this in my hair when it's damp and then I blow dry my hair. You can also spray this in dry hair, but remember that this is heat activated. So you need to use some kind of a heat tool, like a flat iron or a curling iron or like a hair dryer, something with heat after this, because this is heat activated. This will make your hair get a little bit more body. It will take down frizz, it will make it shiny. For me, who has very shiny, fine, almost flyaway hair, this is really good to give my hair some body and make it shiny and just flowy, and I really have been enjoying this a lot. I got it from my friend Maggie. It is a really good product. Here's a bit long hair. This one I'm almost, can you hear? I'm almost out of this one. This is the Brioche Blossom and Bloom Ginseng and Biotin Volumizing Spray. This has a sprayer like this, and you like lift and you spray it in your roots in your damp hair before you blow dry it, and it gives some volumes in the roots. If you're like me and you have very fine hair, this is really good for giving a lift and some volume at the roots when like blow drying your hair without making it sticky, or if you don't want to tussle your hair. This is really good for that. This is the second bottle I have. I have gone through one of these from before. I think this is a really good product, and it's just something that I really like. This is a newfound favorite. I remember talking about buying this one or wanting to buy this one, and I did buy the Olaplex 4P. This is their Violet shampoo. This is the Blonde Enhancer Toning Shampoo. It is wet because I used it this morning. This is perfect if you look, it is super purple. And it just smells like Olaplex usually does, a little citrusy fresh. This is great if you, like me, don't want to have brassy tones in your blonde hair. You want to keep it more on the natural blonde side. This also is purple enough to keep your hair icy if you want to keep your hair icy. And it also has a more protecting formula like Olaplex does, because a violet shampoo, like a blue shampoo or a violet shampoo, they can be pretty drying on the hair. So this is like the best of both worlds. I have been using this lately and I really do recommend it. I think it is a really good one. So if you like using violet shampoos, or if you feel like you want to get rid of some brassiness from your hair, definitely recommend. Let's talk about perfume. I want to quickly mention this one because I did notice that this was actually out of stock on the Sephora website, and I don't know if they're gonna restock it or not, but I'm still gonna let you know about this recommendation. This is fantastic. This is the new Kayali Perfume. This is the invite only Amber 23. I bought the small bottle, and this is what I love with the Kayali perfumes. You can buy small bottles and it's still a sprayer in the glass bottle. It's really nice. This one is sold out though at Sephora, but I 1,000,000% recommend this. This smells warm and sexy without being too masculine or too feminine. It is sweet without being like that too girly sweet. It's like a grown-up sweet that has some spiciness and almost a little bit of smokiness. It is a really wonderful perfume. I'm pretty sure that there is some honey within this, and I love the scent of honey. Really recommend this one. I think it is a very beautiful perfume. If you like sweet perfumes, but you want to have something that's maybe a little deeper for like fall and winter time, I definitely recommend this invite only. It is beautiful, and I cannot not recommend this one. This is back in stock. This is the Jo Malone Orange Bitter. I love. Smells so good. This is a limited edition perfume. This was this holiday last year or the year before? I don't know. But Jo Malone has brought this back for holiday 2021 as well, and I cannot recommend this enough. This is a citrusy perfume, but it is oranges. Oranges, oranges, oranges. It smells like when you peel an orange. Very fresh and citrusy, but it has a warm spiciness in the background. So it is like that orange of the orange peel, and then the warm and like yummy almost spiciness in the background. It is a perfect scent for the holiday for that reason. I 1,000,000% recommend this one. It is back in stock at Sephora. It also is back in stock in Sweden if you're living in Sweden. Definitely recommend that perfume. Okay, let's talk about foundations. I actually have some foundations that I've tried during this year that I want to recommend if you were looking for a new foundation. I still love my favorites, which is the Neo Nude by Giorgio Armani and the Foundation X Plus by Natasha Denona. I mentioned those in my last video. Again, it will be linked down below. But I also tried some new ones that I want to recommend, and this is the Fenty Eavesdrop. They say that this is a light medium. I prefer wearing it as a light one. This dries down, and it is like a natural matte, like a soft satiny matte finish. It has an extreme longevity. I really like this one. I think this is just a really, really great foundation. A couple of steps up in price, but this is the Light Wonder by Charlotte Tilbury. I have mine in number 6 medium. This is 6 medium, is an olive undertone, and I wish I would have read that a bit better. I probably should have had something with a little bit more of a golden undertone. This is also a light coverage foundation. This has more of a satiny, a little bit more of a glowy finish than the Fenty one, but it is also a beautiful foundation. I really, really like it. And then we have two that are a little bit more on the full coverage side. I have really been enjoying the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish foundation. This is the one I'm wearing today, mixed with some of the Glowish by Huda, the skin blah blah blah, to get a little bit of glow in. This foundation is beautiful, and it's so expensive, so if you wanted to buy this, maybe get it on at least a couple of % off. This is in light medium 10. This is a pretty good match for me. I do have some extra self tanner on this week because I actually slept with self tanner and I never do that, so this is actually slightly too light for me this week. Normally it's not though. Normally it's not. I think this is a really good foundation. It is light, it is liquidy and lightweight on the skin, but still you can build it up to full coverage, but it doesn't look cakey, it doesn't settle in lines. It just looks like your skin, but airbrushed. It is a really, really beautiful foundation with a really good like longevity. You definitely are getting what you pay for when it comes to this foundation, and the packaging is stunning. I also wanted to just quickly mention this one. This is the Sephora Best Skin Ever. This is also a very liquidy, medium to full coverage foundation that has a semi-matte finish, and it is also like light on the skin, and I think that this looks beautiful. This though could, from what I've heard, cling a little bit to dry patches if you have dry skin, but I really like this one. I think that this is a really good foundation. I definitely recommend it, especially if you want to be not buying any of these more high coverage foundations but still want to have a high quality foundation. Definitely recommend the best skin ever. I have mine in 25N, which is a pretty good match for me. Yeah, I do recommend that one as well. I also want to talk about a couple of concealers because I have tried quite a few concealers that I really love this year, and I wanted to talk about 4 concealers that I've tried this year that I really recommend. First off is the Pat McGrath Labs concealer. This is a really, really good concealer, but it's also very expensive, and this one is glass and this one is plastic. Did you hear the difference? I don't know if you heard the difference, but this one is a glass container, so it might, for me, I actually prefer when they're not because I feel like I'm gonna break something, but I really do like this concealer. I think it's a really, really good concealer. It is full coverage. The only thing that I could see as a downfall with this one is that it's so liquidy and so spreadable that it's very easy to go overboard and apply too much. Less is more. Don't go spreading with this one. You will get too much concealer. I will leave the shades that I have of the concealers down below in case you're interested. This is such a good concealer. This did not get the hype that it deserved. This is the concealer I'm wearing today. The Anastasia, I think it's Magic something, Magic Touch Concealer. I have mine in number 9. Beautiful, high coverage, like concealer that just really holds up and looks good. And it's really blendable and spreadable. And again, less is more. Really good concealer. I have a full dedicated video on that one. Really love the Fenty one as well. These two are a match made in heaven because this is a medium coverage concealer with a satin finish that just looks so fresh and beautiful. This is one of those concealers, because it is medium coverage, that you can use on its own. If you're the kind of person that doesn't like foundation, which I'll be honest, I don't use foundation every time I do my makeup either, this is perfect. You just take some out, you dot it on with your finger. You don't even have to set it with powder if you're just gonna wear concealer and like nothing else. This is also the perfect concealer for a person that doesn't wear makeup, maybe only wears concealer. For example, men that like covering up a little bit but maybe don't want to wear full face. A concealer like this is perfect. It is medium coverage, it has a satin natural finish, it won't look cakey or makeupy on your skin. Really, really a beautiful concealer. Absolutely love it. Also really love the Kosas one. This is such a pretty concealer. It just looks so fresh and hydrated on your eyes. I would say that this one is probably the one that's been the best for like my under eye like wrinkles and fine lines. These two have better coverage than this one. This is a medium to full coverage and this is definitely a full coverage, but this one is just so easy on like all my under eye wrinkles, so I really have been enjoying that one. Another really, really good product that has been released this year that I don't feel a lot of people are talking about is the cream bronzer by Anastasia. Do you see that dip in there? Like, I love this one. I use this so much. This has actually been like here in front of me for weeks because I've been using this like every other time I've been doing my makeup. This is beautiful. I have mine in golden tan. It's just a beautiful, buildable, blendable product that you can use a little or a lot, and you can blend and blend and blend. It doesn't lift your foundation. You can even use it on top of powders. It is just a fantastic product. This does not get enough like praise. This is one of the best products that's been released in 2021. I said what I said. Let's talk about blush. This is a newfound favorite. I cannot believe how much I love the Clinique Chic Pop in the Pearl formula. It is so beautiful. I'm not the kind of person that likes, you know, a lot of people will be like, I love that one, so I bought it in more colors. I'm not that bitch. I don't buy things that I love in more colors, but sometimes I do with makeup, and I feel like I could do an exception with this one. I have mine in 03 Coral Pop. These are available at Sephora. They are so beautiful. They have this beautiful luminous, not glowy cheek. Like, this is a glowy cheek. This is a little bit more subtle. If you want to get into a glowy cheek, but you feel like this is too much, definitely try this one out. I think it is stunning. Such a stunning formula. I think they have like 4 or 5 colors. Wow, it is so beautiful. And I feel the same about this. This is also something that I really want to get in another shade. This is the Pat McGrath Labs in the blush formula. I have mine in Nude Venus. It is like a peach that has a little bit of almost like a goldy sheen to it. Again, I am If you want to get into a glowy cheek, there is 2 of these that have like more of a sheen to them. I would definitely recommend trying those out. They're just really, really pretty and blendable, but still pigmented, but you can use a little, you can use a lot, you can build it up, you can sheer it out. The packaging is luxurious, and the same that I said with the foundation, like if you want to splurge and get the full experience, definitely you're getting the full experience with both the foundation and this blush. It's just the presentation, everything is just beautiful. Let's get into lip products. I want to end this video, by the way, with talking about 3 things that are on my wish list. Like if I could shop the sale right now, what would I buy? We're gonna get to that at the end. This is the cream lipstick from Huda Beauty. I have it in Russia. This formula is fantastic. It is light and creamy and just looks beautiful and feels like a balm, but looks like a glossy lipstick without being like goopy, and it's not thick on the lips. Very, very stunning formula. Packaging, 10 out of 10. She has a nude for every skin tone. Really, really beautiful. If you are looking for a glowy, glossy, easy lipstick, definitely recommend that one. And if you want to splurge, again, if you want to get the experience, because here's the thing, if you're getting a couple of dollars off and you want to splurge to get something that you might not pay full price for, some things that you might not see on sale that often, go for something luxurious. This is the new lipstick formula from Gucci. I think this is a really good formula. Again, it's the presentation. You can get a similar formula at the drugstore, I'm gonna be honest, the Coloris Shine by L'Oreal, but not in this like presentation. This is in Lynette Stone. It is a cool toned beige nude on me. Beautiful packaging, very Gucci. I also have it in Louise Orange. It is like a burnt orange. This is a, I don't know if you can see, this is a like glossy, sheer, balmy lipstick formula. It is pretty buildable, so you can get like quite some color on your lips, but it's more like a, why did I put it here, so awkward, but it's more like a colored balm glossy formula. This is a little bit more gel-like maybe than actually the ones I talked about, the Coloris Shines from L'Oreal. These are a little bit more gel-like, so you can build them up a little bit more on the lips. These are beautiful. They do smell like the traditional lipsticks though, so heads up for that in case that is something that you don't like. But presentation is 10 out of 10, and they're so wearable because they are slightly sheer. Definitely recommend. I also do recommend the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick formula. I think it is a beautiful formula. Packaging, so beautiful. Colors, longevity, how they look on the lips, beautiful. This one is one of the new ones. It's called Super Fabulous. It's from her Super Nudes collection. All the colors in the Super Nudes collection, because I saw them in real life and swatched them, are stunning. Whatever color you go for from that collection, I don't think you'll be disappointed. They're stunning. They are based on the grungy nudes, or like the 90s supermodel nudes, maybe I should say, not necessarily grungy. Beautiful colors. I will link that collection down below. Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks are stunning. Really beautiful formula. And again, if you can get a couple of % off, maybe it's not the worst of ideas. This is something that I recently discovered, and I am in love with these liquid balms. This one is the Huda Beauty Silk Balm. I have mine in the honey, and it just smells of honey, and it is so beautiful. And I also, out of recommendation from you, got the Hangover Pillow Balm, and this one is in the banana something. Banana Kiss. This one smells like banana candy. Oh, so beautiful. This leaves like a, almost like a milky, you can see it's like a vanilla milky color. It's just such a comfortable formula. Really do enjoy both of these. Both of these have been living. One of them I've had in front of my computer. One of them I had in my purse. This one, I'm gonna be honest with you, even my husband steals this one because he likes the scent of it. It smells like banana candy. What's not to love? So yeah, if you are a fan of honey, or if you're a fan of like artificial banana, these are so good and so comfortable, and like you can see, it just layered on beautiful as well. They're like gel-like and balmy and beautiful. This banana one is supposed to be a little plumping. I don't know if it says here, but it's supposed to be a little plumping, but it is that cooling effect. It is not the burning effect. FYI. Let's finish up with talking about some eyeshadows. This is gonna be quick because what I wanna recommend now that you can get some money off, and I will always recommend Natasha Denona. I think Natasha Denona makes amazing eyeshadows. I feel like I go on and on and on about this, but for me, Natasha Denona is one of the most editorial color stories that's not indie makeup. Great formulas, really fun, different formulas within a palette. Like, it's not one of those palettes that you get shimmers and mattes. She brings different things. I really think that starting out with one of these mini palettes is a really good way to go, because then you get to sample a bit of the formulas and see if you think that this is something that you want to get in the bigger size. I forgot to mention this one when I talked about Natasha Denona minis lately, but the mini Xenon, I have gotten so much use out of this one. I use this exactly like I said I was going to use it, as an accent palette. It is absolutely stunning. Then we have this new one, Mini Metropolis. If you don't want to buy the big Metropolis, this is a nice way to sample it. You do get one of those, actually one of the best like shimmer shadows from the palette, which is this dark foresty green with blue specks in it. And then 3 mattes and this like mustardy, like very yellowy mustardy gold. Beautiful, beautiful palette. My favorite mini palette is actually the mini Love. I think that this one is just such a beautiful color story, and there's different ways you can go with it. Light, dark, like more pinky or more plummy. I do really enjoy this one. So going with one of these mini palettes, I don't think that it's a bad way to try the brand for the first time. But if you have tried the brand, or if you want to splurge, this new retro palette is just so good. This is stunning. This is an A+ palette. It has great formulas. It has the cream to powder. It has the super like glittery, but not glitter, but like sparkly metallics. It has more smooth metallics. It has regular mattes. It has like a satin down here. It's just a beautiful palette that goes from warm pinks, cool tone taupes, and just yummy berries. I love berries. This is like my type of, not neutral palette, but like, you understand, like neutral-ish palette. Just 10 out of 10 recommend this palette. I think it is absolutely stunning. This is really good quality, the good eyeshadow palette formula. And I also want to quickly mention this one. I do think that there is a risk that the big Metropolis is getting discontinued. I have seen that this is still in stock at Sephora US. Most places in Europe does not have this in stock anymore. I don't know if it is getting restocked or if it is getting discontinued. This was the holiday palette for 2019. Let's not forget that. So there is a big risk that this is getting discontinued. This is in stock at Sephora though, so if you can get this with some percentage off, this is actually my favorite Natasha Denona palette of all time. I really do love the Love one as well, but I think that that one is sold out and it has been discontinued for quite some time. I would say out of the ones that are available right now, this is my favorite and this is number 2. Really do love the Love palette. Love the Love palette. But if you can find that one in stock, I really do enjoy that one as well. So I think that was everything of the things that I wanted to recommend to you. I just quickly wanted to mention at the end what I would buy if I had the Sephora sale right here. Right now I'm trying to shop as little as possible, but like if I was able to shop the Sephora sale this week, what would I buy? First, I would want to buy the Glow Recipe, the Glow Niacinamide drops. I've heard so many people talk about them. I really want to get them. I feel like this is going to be the next skincare thing that I buy for myself and try. I feel like I've heard a lot of people that have different skin types loving this one. Plus my skin loves niacinamide, so I feel like this is something that I would really want to try. I will link that one as well down below in case you haven't heard about it. Another thing that I really want is the Tatcha water cream. I just ran out of my moisturizer, which is a beautiful moisturizer, and I want to try a new gel moisturizer, and the water cream is something that I have had a sample of before and I really did enjoy it, and I would love to have that as a daytime moisturizer. I have pretty normal skin, but if I have something too like heavy or creamy or moisturizing on my skin during the daytime, I get very oily. But in the other direction, I love having something super creamy and rich during the nighttime. Like I talked about the Sunday Riley Eyes, for example, in my last video. The one that's linked down below. So I would love to have a big one of this Tatcha water cream. Tatcha is not available in Europe, so that's not even possible, but that is something that I would want to buy. Also, and this is a tip, also you keep your eyes open for this one. There is a new perfume that is out, and it came out this week. And I want it so bad. This is the Malone Starlit Mandarin and Honey Cologne. Remember how I said I love honey, and I also love citrus, and I really do love Jo Malone. I know some people say that Jo Malone, like, it doesn't last as long as them, like other perfumes. For me, I don't really have a problem with the longevity of Jo Malone, not me personally, but for me, when it comes to perfume, I pay for the experience. I pay for like how I feel when I spray it on, sniffing it. I like reapplying perfume, I like mixing perfumes, and I feel like Jo Malone has a way of marrying different and unexpected scents together, and scents that are a little bit more closer to nature and not necessarily so sweet and bubbly and like white flower. That's not necessarily kind of scents that I go for, and therefore I'm usually very drawn to the Jo Malone scents. This one is in the earthy and woody family, and it is citrus and woods, and it has mandarin, honey, and coumarin as key notes. And the description is: in the darkest skies shine the brightest stars. This elegant citrus cologne reveals a vibrant facet of honey sweetened mandarin wrapped in the powdery warmth of coumarin. Oh my lord, I need this one. This is available in Sweden though, so I am gonna pick this one up. But if you also love Jo Malone like me, if you like trying her limited edition holiday scents, she usually has limited edition scents for spring and summer as well, I just wanted to like ding 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 ding, just let you know that her holiday scents are out, and this one really did tickle my fancy, so this is something that I'm gonna pick up. And if I was able to shop it with 20% off or 10% off, I definitely would, because this is pretty expensive, but doesn't it sound like a dream come true? Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Do let me know down below, what is your best VIB sale tip? You know, listen, a tip can also be to not shop the sale. If there's nothing you want, if there's nothing you're craving, if you're not out of anything, if there's nothing you want to try, it is perfectly okay to skip a sale as well. Remember that. You don't need to be shopping just because it is a sale. If it's not in your budget, that's perfectly fine as well. Sometimes we can enjoy things from afar. Things do not get prettier just because we own them. Sometimes just looking at them or looking at videos where people use them or like just thinking about them, sometimes that's enough. Again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and tomorrow I will have a new video and I will see you then. Bye!